and welcome to a special edition of the Andy Zorich Show. We're going to spoil Star Wars for you, so if you haven't seen Star Wars The Force Awakens yet,
go see it!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's on you if you listen any further. Han is dead! This really reminded me a lot of the flute player in the Rebo Band.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Which, I just character design probably. Not making any comparison.
How many allusions to the first movie? Where do you start? To either let's call it the original trilogy. How many times do we have allusions to the original trilogy? We have Jakku and Tatooine. We have Maz Kanata's. Whatever it is in Mos Eisley.
Yes, you have all the crashed ships on Jakku.
Right.
That are the original Star Wars design. A lot of the Star Destroyers have been updated, the TIE Fighters have been updated, the X-Wings have been updated.
Yeah, it has.
And a lot of that is actually, if you think about it, is just because digital technology is available. You couldn't do a black X-Wing back in '77 because you just couldn't put a black picture on a black background and have it show up on film.
Right. There was the echo. So who says the famous line?
Which one?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Poe Dameron says that one.
Yeah. So we have the same. We have the same. Yeah, I think Han did too.
Yeah,
we have the same Luke moment when Vader strikes down Ben. Is when Ben strikes down Han. We have Rey again. No.
And then they start firing at the Sith Lord, and that doesn't do a whole lot of good. But then they got to get out because it's about to blow up.
Yeah,
he wasn't noticing them.
You got him on the side.
It looked like the knee because he started kneeling down and looking at the knee.
So how damaged is
did
Kylo
he lose
at the end?
I think
it looks like he lost a limb.
Yeah.
He lost a limb.
Yeah,
he stands up and is holding it with both arms, is walking.
He's damaged enough that he's gonna get some robot parts.
Yeah.
And that's gonna bring him closer to being Vader, which is what he really wants.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of like Luke Skywalker when his hand was chopped off.
When they were leaving the battle, it looked like he had a slash on his face. Is he going to need the mask now?
I don't think so. Just plastic surgery. So, what about the coolest new force power we see in this movie?
Ellie, I know you really like this one.
Yeah,
what was the cool new force power we saw? I'm talking about that you can stop laser blasts.
Yes.
Oh, yeah!
And just hold it there until
freeze a laser blast.
It was just floating in midair.
Poe. Wait,
maybe that's why Kylo was afraid he's not as powerful as Vader, because Vader just put his hand out I'll absorb that stuff.
Right, absorb, deflect, whatever, chink, done.
Yeah, when that comes in is in the beginning when they're on Jakku and all the stormtroopers are blasting down stuff. So Poe, he tries to save himself by getting this turret blaster thing.
So question.
And starts shooting at Kylo Ren, but Kylo Ren, he's
not trying to save himself. There's this old guy.
Oh, his father.
So question.
So Kylo Ren just pops his hand out and it freezes. It starts vibrating, and then when Kylo Ren turns around, it doesn't care about it. It flies.
Yeah,
question. Force interrogation.
Oh, that. Oh.
Works on non-force users. In episode 4.
4.
It doesn't work on Leia.
It's true.
Does Vader try force interrogation on her unsuccessfully, and thus it's left to Tarkin to... He doesn't even interrogate her. He threatens her.
No,
Yes.
no, Dad. If you've seen episode, was it 5?
She developed her powers like so quickly.
When it was
though.
like,
But she
When
did.
they were-
Yeah, she did.
Because she
yes,
is-
this is a good
did.
point.
She
Yeah.
is very powerful in the Force.
Yeah, she-
with no
like,
training.
She is 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds.
She thought this was a
She is the
myth
Lexus
before.
of Force users.
so
She
this
is
was
the
a myth.
Tesla.
Like she developed, like she figured out how to like make that guard like let her go, like
Right.
manipulating their like speech and
Right.
stuff.
I mean, not only
Like,
did she figure out that she could do it, she
used it in
conjured
the
that
right
it was
way.
possible. You know, she
How?
figured out that it was possible
It took her a
and
couple
then
of
execute.
tries.
Right. It took her.
yeah.
It took her a few tries to execute, but she knew that it was possible.
Like, yeah. She thought this stuff was a myth in the beginning until Han Solo was
wait,
like,
I'm
it's all
confused.
true.
Who are we on? Leia
Rey.
or Rey?
Right.
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 Okay.
Now, Leia, there was an illusion that she has some Force sensitivity.
Yeah, you can tell
Because-
because when they were
Seriously,
in
But she
Endor-
had that same force sensitivity in Empire.
She did. She knew when Luke was.
Yeah, in Endor.
She knew
but-
when Han died.
Right.
In
Like she
Endor.
like I don't know, she like
In-
felt it
like,
or something.
when they were
She
in
knew
Endor-
when
Well,
he died.
we know that force sensitive people can do this. Remember?
Yeah.
I mean, even with non-force sensitive, remember? You know, Ben says it's like a million voices cried out and then we're gone. So,
Yeah,
I mean, in her sensitivity towards
But Ben was a trained Jedi at that point.
yes, he was.
right,
Did-
but well, no, I'm saying that, but Leia's, you know, knowing what was going on there and feeling it could have been amplified by the force users that were there. You know, Rey and Ben. You know, being there
Yeah.
somehow. You know, all that nexus. You know,
Like, I can kind of see how Leia, she does have a little bit of force. Because it is a little bit of a spoiler alert when they were in Endor.
well, you're allowed to spoiler alert here.
Yeah. And it was... So, when they were in Endor, Luke says, my sister has it, my father has it.
Well, I think
You
that's
have
not
it.
even a spoiler because I think we're assuming that everyone has not only seen episode 7 at this point, if they're sticking with us, but also the first 6.
Yeah.
Does Han know he's going to die? It's
No, he was
it kind of-
tricked
it
by
kind of
Kylo
seems
Ren
like it.
without the Force.
It almost seems like he knew.
I agree.
Like he's
Yeah.
like
He,
to
I
Leia,
agree.
he's like, I would tell you, but I don't know you're gonna like this. And then he literally like puts his hands on.
Well, that
the
was he
lightsaber
told her
with
she
them.
might not like how they were going to get to it.
Yeah.
But I think clearly he had some trepidation
I think he
about
knew.
approaching Ben,
Yeah,
and then he goes with it, and I think he knows that
I think he
it could
knew.
go badly.
yeah, Ben, he's like...
But
Ben,
he loves his son, and he wants to, you know, to do it.
So Ben...
And that a part that really set that up is that Kylo isn't completely evil. He struggles.
It seems
He
like
asked
it,
first
yeah.
for strength from his grandfather Vader to show him the ways of the dark side.
How did he even get his skull? I mean, seriously,
Well,
did they go raid Endor or something?
Well, you know, Luke probably still had it. So when Kylo takes out the new Jedi Order,
was probably lying
he
around
takes
somewhere.
it was theirs and building a Jedi temple of some sort.
Yeah.
It is interesting that, you know, he's asking for help not to stray back to the light, as opposed to, you know,
Become
through
more
other
powerful.
things, you know, oh, help me not stray to the dark. This is, grandfather, help me not stray to the light, right?
Yes.
I want to be bad.
I think he's still.
Being bad
it
is
looks
easy.
like-
You don't really need help to be bad.
No, you don't.
Almost like
Hey, you just go and you're angry and you smash things and
It
you
kind
slice
of-
things
Oh!
and you kill your father.
he has anger issues.
But does killing his father complete his training?
Maybe.
No, the
It almost
Snoke,
like
Snoke says.
Snoke, yeah, he's
Snoke
like, I
says
think that's gonna be hard for you.
his training will be complete once he's brought back to wherever Snoke is.
Right. Or well, once he brings he can complete his training or help him complete it, and they can get the map out of Rey's head with his help.
Kyle, he looked like he was believing a little bit, but then once he remembered what Snoke said, he went back to the dark side and acted like he was still on the good side.
It sounded like he had a hard time being bad though. Han Solo,
he's like this pain is like slicing him,
killing me. He's
is
literally
Snoke a
said like
Sith?
this pain is.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
In the way that Emperor Palpatine was, who doesn't really use the lightsaber.
A non-battling Sith.
A non-battling, just a behind the scenes, just making sure everything just goes crapsit.
They're both manipulative.
Mm-hmm. Or he's Jar Jar.
I can see your
Spoiler
theory.
alert. So the one thing that really, and I should have said this during the non-spoiler one, that just is the abruptness to the way the movie started. It
did. I had a problem
we were
with
watching trailers, and then bang, it went to commercial, and then bang!
You know what it was? It was the fact that this is now Disney property and no longer distributed by 20th Century Fox. We didn't get the 20th Century Fox fanfare.
That might be it.
And when Disney bought it, I said, that's the one thing I'm going to miss about the next Star Wars movie.
So what was...
On Kylo, you can tell after that one scene where he kills Han, he's like trying to be as bad as he can. Because he in the scene where Rey and Finn both start using the lightsaber, he starts slashing like heck.
Yep.
And then...
Did you think Finn was dead?
No.
I didn't think so.
I didn't think he'd be dead.
Finn, he's back. Because he wasn't a full force guy, his back was skin.
Main characters
to kill two people that close together would have been dead.
See, this is why he needs his own solo spin-off movie now.
That's why they're doing it, because you can't have any more Han Solo in another Star Wars movie.
The only way we get more Han Solo is with a historical spin-off.
No, it's with the Sith Lord. It's with that one Sith Lord. If they can find his body, because you saw.
His body is gone. It is toast. That entire planet blew up, became a star.
And unlike Emperor Palpatine, who I'm leaving doubt about, Han is not a Jedi.
He's not.
He may be Force sensitive. He is not a Force user. He's done. He's done.
He's more of the blaster Battlefront shoot guy. He's more of the weird shooter guy that always comes in to save the day with Chewie. Mm-hmm. He's not a Jedi. He's never gonna become one.
He's never gonna become anything now. He's atoms just spread across the galaxy.
He's toast.
So what?
He was fried.
I mean, I still think that Rey is related in here. She gets the Falcon.
Somehow.
She feels. Even Leia says, you feel that Han is this surrogate father figure who you've known for 10 minutes, and you feel this kinship between them. She inherits the Falcon. She inherits Chewie.
Oh yes, she does.
She hears
in the very end
in her head that brings her to the lightsaber too.
Yes, it does.
You bring up something here. Back in '99, we're watching the preview, the trailers for the first episode 1. And I thought that we would get a that sort of dynamic, just seeing these characters I didn't know their names, between Jar Jar and Padme. Mm-hmm. And I thought that those two were were the pilot and co-pilot of whatever the spaceship they were going to have back then. That might have been a better movie, but anything would have been.
I'd pay $10 to see that.
Yeah, there you go.
So the interesting thing you just said is the voices calling her to the lightsaber.
Oh yeah.
Down, right? You know what when that scene was playing out, I had visions of Dagobah and linked down to the cave, right?
Yeah.